Well, I sat for a few awkward seconds thinking, are we live? Are we not? We're live. Apparently we're live. Yay!
We are live.
We are live. So welcome. Happy Friday. I have the fabulous Laura here. And we're just coming to talk to you about how to collapse time, basically, is the gist of it, which Laura has first-hand experience of. So you probably is not in the house watching this because you probably is outside sunbathing because it's boiling.
It is.
It's even hot in Sunderland. So it must be like 10 more than everywhere else.
I think we're expecting like 31 here today, which is just...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's hot.
It's a lot.
Been for a lovely walk along the beach with a friend who I was having a catch up with, and like it is warm outside there. I've obviously got this warm, and I'm on the breeze on the beach, but people have got their little umbrellas out, they're lying in their bikinis, they're full on sunbathing. So it's nice to have that here because it's normally freezing here and it's 15 and people have the tops off.
Fair enough.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, come on. It's fucking freezing. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. So, yes, so I did a live with Mel yesterday, who is one of our ladies who has been in Limitless and Mind Coding. And now we have the fabulous Laura, who also was in our Limitless program and is now a qualified, certified, whatever the fuck you call it, mind coding practitioner. And you did both at once, twice, if that makes sense. So
yeah, I did mind coding twice and I did Limitless at the same time. So yes.
There we go. So you've done both. So what was your experience? What was your journey doing that?
So yeah, I mean, I found you guys through Leah's Halt because Donna was a member in there. And you did a program called Selling with Certainty and Soul. And at the time I was feeling all the ick about the notion of selling, and it all just felt a bit weird and a bit so I did that program with you, absolutely fell in love with your energy, and obviously at the end of that there was an opportunity to join Limitless. So had a chat with Donna and was like, you know what, yes, just yes, like that's kind of me, like, you know that about me, I'm either a fuck yes or a fuck no, and it was an absolute fuck yes. So I joined. And I remember in my first one-to-one with you, we had a chat about what did I want to do and how long did I think things would take and what were my goals and this, that, and the other. And I remember saying to you that what I really, really wanted to do was to move somewhere, probably Shropshire, and to buy a place with land so I can rescue more dogs. And you were like, so how long is that going to take you then? And I was like, probably 10 years. And you were like, okay. And you wrote it down. And I know I had a bunch of like reasons that I told myself why I couldn't do it sooner. And I remember one of the key questions you asked me was, is that true? And I was like, yeah. And then it kind of came up again. You're like, is it true? And I'm like, yeah, I think so. And I think on the third time when you're like, is it true? And I was like, yeah, probably not. It's probably bullshit. And yeah, ended up in a year that like literally properties were not selling as well. Like my house sold before it even went on the market. Like I got it valued by an estate agent just to see where I was at and see what numbers I had to play with and see how all of that was going to line up. And then a week later, she rang me up and was like, I know you're not on the market, but can I show some people around your house because they want to move to your village? And I was like, what? And that was also the day I got dog number 4. So it was all a bit mad. And yeah, they ended up buying it. And yeah, within 10 months, I had the keys and I was fully moved and had somewhere with 5 acres of land and all the rest of it. And I remember you guys saying to us as well in the middle of the session, did we have any options in terms of doing, like you were going to offer this certification? And again, for me, I remember thinking it was an immediate response from me of, yes, absolutely, yes, I am in. Didn't really know what it was going to be at the time when you started offering. You're like, would anyone be interested in that? I was like, yes. I was like, don't know why, but yes. And then obviously it kind of came out that was the mind coding work. And that for me was fascinating because at the time I only sounds wrong, I only had the one business. Which is IT ERP consultancy work. And so mind coding is kind of a coaching methodology and trains you how to be a coach and gives you all the insights and the neuroscience and the NLP work and all the various bits playing together. So I love the fact it's kind of spiritual and science based and all that good stuff. But something told me it would be really useful to have, even with just that one business. And it's funny because it absolutely was incredibly useful for that business, and the amount of people that I'm having to coach through their fears and why they're scared about the new system and whatever else is, it plays beautifully into that. But since doing Limitless and mind coding, I have also set up a dog field and dog training business, and a lot of the coaching is with the dog owners, obviously, and getting them through their perceptions of their dog and how to kind of get the best out of the animal and understand it and coach them through stuff. And I also started up a coaching business as well. So helping people get out of their own way, and because I've kind of got that firsthand experience of being that person, believing the stories I told myself for years about why I could or couldn't do whatever. And again, that's kind of even played out this last 6 months or so, because I mean, when I joined just before we went live, Cheryl was like, "You look amazing." And I was like, "Thanks." But I'm over 6 stone down since being with you guys. And again, a lot of that was the stories I told myself about, it was just the body I lived in and I was a bigger person and this, that, and the other. And actually taking that step and going, is that true? Do I need to be big to be safe? Do I need to be whatever? No, actually, I'm safe in a thinner body and I'm all good. And yeah, so changing a lot in not a very long space of time, I guess.
Amazing. Well, it's like what, a couple of years in total?
Yeah.
You've literally moved country.
Yeah.
Set up the sanctuary that you wanted for your animals to look after. Become certified, then launched a coaching business and launched your dog training and coaching business, within the space of 2 years.
Yeah.
Amazing. And hence why the title is Collapsed Time, because you said when you came, you're like, oh, most people come to us and go, I want to do this in 5 years or 10 years. And we only say that because we're afraid and we don't know how it's going to happen. And we don't really think it's going to happen. So we just give ourselves a really long. I used to say I was going to be a coach and set up my own coaching business when I retired.
Oh,
yeah. It wasn't even 5 to 10 years. This was when I was 45. It was 20 years.
Nice.
I have a really long timeline. But it's just because it's so far away, you don't really have to do anything about it now. And actually,
it's a lovely get out of jail free card, isn't it?
Yes. And then when you really started to see that it was bullshit, and when we say bullshit, we mean belief system, we mean limiting beliefs, the stories that we've told ourselves. Because when we tell ourselves a story, we believe it to be true with or without the evidence. And all we did with you was we worked through factually, is that true? Is there evidence to support this belief? And actually, no, there wasn't any. Laura being Laura, who just is a fuck yes, and I'm just going for it. Within by the end of the year, she was in the new house. I mean, that's just how you roll. How you roll. Then you do mind coding. And I mean, I can remember when you were talking about the dogs, a couple of us kept saying you should do dog training. It'd be fantastic. And you've got these crazy nutters. What's the word you call them?
Nutters with issues.
You've got all these nutters with issues that you've taken from homes where people aren't able to control them or look after them and think, God knows what would happen to them if you didn't give them a home, and you're able to bring them into your sanctuary, your home. They're having a lovely life. And now you're passing those skills on, that knowledge and skills to other people, which is just amazing.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's funny because I was definitely in that kind of, oh, I haven't got a piece of paper that tells me I can do it, and all this, that, and the other. And you lot have told me. And a lovely friend on LinkedIn who is a professional dog handler, who it's her fault I ended up with dog number 4. She literally said to me one day, she was like, "What are you on about?" And I was like, "Well, do I not?" And she's like, "One, you don't need anything. It's an unregulated industry, which is it's a bit bullshit. There should be more regulations around it." But she's like, "2, your pack are your qualifications. She's like, look at the animals they were when you took them in and look at the animals they are today." She's like, you have transformed them. Therefore, you're not talking about doing like, I don't know, explosives searches or drugs or whatever, that sort of way. She's like, you're helping people with family pets. It's like, you are more than able. And she's like, what would you do if you couldn't help them? And I was like, well, I'd refer them on to a more experienced trainer that I know and probably send them up. And she's like, so you've got integrity. You're fine. And I was like, oh, okay. And literally every single person that's been, we've had positive results. So I haven't had to refer anyone elsewhere yet. It could still happen, but so far, so good.
I love it when you send us the little videos of the before and after. I just think that's amazing. Because being a dog owner and having a dog who goes to dog class and does everything he's told, and then the minute we walk out the house, it all goes to shit. In my area, I'd be bringing my Angus to your dog class to see if you can do anything with him. But like you say, I know myself when I go to dog class, obviously I'm a mindset coach. My mindset training goes right out the window when I step into dog class. And my stress or anxiety goes down the lead to the dog. I know what's happening. I teach other people for a living. It's not the same when I'm in the class. Do you know what I mean? So I know just dog owner, it, like you say, it's their mindset and beliefs and the energy that they're giving to their dogs, which is creating between them.
Absolutely. And it becomes a self-perpetuating cycle as well. Yeah. Then you're kind of preempting something because the dog reacted to it last time round, and the dog's like, oh, they're even more stressed this time. Right. I really need to kick off.
Yes. No, I know it's yeah. So I love that. So you've gone from moving country, setting up your sanctuary for your dogs, getting more dogs, and launching 2 businesses whilst you have in the last couple of years, which is just amazing. And I think it's just important, and releasing 6 stones worth of weight and feeling much better in your body. Because we talk about the 4 corners, don't we? Health, purpose, career, and finances. And it's like in all of those areas, you've really transformed results in all areas of your life, which is absolutely amazing. So I loved, this is why we love for you to come on and share, because there'll be people watching this video literally sat thinking the way you were back in the day, thinking, well, I want to have this and I can't, and they'll be feeding themselves a lot of limiting beliefs, bullshit, BS stories, and just be stuck in the story because they don't have someone or a place or a community to go to help them to work through it. Hence why
we do have that whole kind of, it must be all right for them. They must have always been that person or always had that kind of belief in themselves or whatever else. And it's just not true. Pretty much everyone in Limitless, they are phenomenal human beings, and I love them all dearly. And, even since I graduated the program, like, we're all still in touch. Like, it's not like they don't suddenly go, oh, you're dead to me. Do you know what I mean? And like, we're all still in touch on various social platforms and everything else. And it does feel like a genuine, I know sisterhood sounds really wanky and cheesy, but I can't think of a better word. But it's like, it's just, you've got this lovely group of people that just genuinely, even like in the Voxer group, right? When you're in there, like, it's popping off all the time. The energy just in there is insane. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if you're having the best day, everyone's so supportive of you. If you're having a shit day, it's like everyone's just wrapping their arms around you and giving you the biggest hug. It's like this weird mix of everyone who really cares about you, and they're your biggest cheerleaders and everything. It's fabulous, honestly.
Oh, it is. It's an amazing place. And we say, don't we, you come into Limitless, we help you to work out the bullshit, get out of your own way, expand, gain more clients, work on your mindset so you can attract what you want. And then mind coding, that you beautifully said, it's like we open the curtains to demonstrate the tools and techniques that we use in Limitless, and teach you how to use them with the spirituality, with the science, with the quantum physics, so that you can go and take that and use it on yourself, like you said, which has helped you to change your identity and release 6 stone, and also helps you with your client. And now you've gone and set 2 other business up. Mel yesterday set a coaching business up. So it's like both of them together for us just really complement each other.
Oh, absolutely. And it's one of those as well for me that, like, I think that was the other reason for jumping into mind coding, because I got the first-hand experience of being coached by you guys. So therefore knowing without a shadow of a doubt that it absolutely bloody works. And then it was like, oh shit, now I get to see what they actually did to me.
Yeah. One of our clients calls it witch fuckery.
It's a good term. I would go with that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now you can do witch fuckery on your clients and your dogs.
Yeah.
So I love it. So right now we've got Quantum Edge, the Quantum Edge, which is literally a combination of, you can join Limitless and you can join Mind Coding, which starts in October. You get 3 live calls before October for Mind Coding, and you get into Limitless and you can start transforming your life now. And we just think this is a beautiful time when we're in July. We've got the rest of the year to go. Like literally, like Laura, you could end the next year, like going into 2026, would completely transform your life like she has, which is why we've got you to come here and share. If it's possible for Laura, it's possible for you, right?
Absolutely.
You are special.
I'm nothing special. I'm just me, but you know.
Yeah, but it's like you don't have any magical powers where it will work on you and it won't on anyone else, right?
Yeah, I'm just a bog standard random person that lives with dogs. That's me, you know, nothing special at all.
Well, you are kind of special, but you know what I mean. So, so what would you say to anyone who's sat here thinking, oh my God, I like the sound of Limitless, I like the sound of Mind Coding, I like the sound of Quantum Edge, but I'm frightened, I've got all this bullshit, I'm in my own way. What would you say to them?
Do it. Just do it. Honestly, I honestly don't believe, if it weren't for having worked with you guys, I don't believe I would be living in the house I'm living in. I wouldn't have the space I have. I wouldn't have the land. I wouldn't have all the dogs I currently have, because, as you said, they've increased since I've moved here too. I wouldn't have the 2 extra businesses, and I'd still be exactly where I was, probably kicking myself for the fact that I was still there and not really very happy where I was living. And, you know, yeah, it was a nice enough house and it was nice neighbors and whatever, but it just wasn't me. And I'd created all of these stories that I told myself that I really had fully bought into about why I couldn't possibly do it now and I had to wait and blah, 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 you know, life, parents, whatever, blah. And actually, like I say, if it weren't for you guys, I'd still be there. And the fact it was able to happen in under 12 months, never mind the 10 years, you know, it still blows my mind. And I mean, there were moments of that process as well where it felt like it was really dragging. And then you look at the timescale and you're like, oh shit, that was actually really, really fast.
Yeah, it was amazing.
So yeah, just honestly do it. Like I say, there's nothing, everyone in, like I said, I did mind coding twice as well, because I loved it so much first time round that being back as an alumni was amazing. But that group of people as well, and like Limitless was all women, but mind coding, we did have a guy. So it's not just women in that side of it, but everyone in there, they're all on the same page. They all get it. Do you know what I mean? Everyone knows they're meant for something. Like if you've got that little niggle in the back of your mind kind of going, yeah, this sounds like a bit of me. I genuinely believe that if you've got that little voice there, it's there for a reason, and you should trust it and you should listen to it. And I think it's very easy, and we're kind of programmed by society to like logic our way out of that, because sometimes on paper it kind of doesn't make sense. Do you know what I mean? Whereas actually when you trust that voice, good things, in my experiences, good things have always resulted. So if you've got that voice telling you that this sounds like a bit of you, listen, do it.
Love it. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your story. So if you are on the fence, you want to know any more, DM me, DM Laura, ask Laura any questions. She'll be happy to answer any questions. But you know where me and Donna are. You know what platforms we're on: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. DM us, ask us any questions. Tell us that you're in or you're not. Just, you know, interact with us. It's all good. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your fabulous transformation results.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And we hope you all have a nice rest of a Friday, hot and sweaty, but in a good way.
Yes.
And we might pop up next week and do another live. Who knows? But thank you, Laura, for being here today. We'll see you all later. Bye.